Since Chris Pratt, the crowd, he was a Christian, the mainstream media and, of course, Twitter have basically tried and tried and tried to cancel Chris Pratt. So he's going to be in a couple of movies this year. He's going to be in the Mario movie, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. I bet once they move on from the Mario movie, they're going to be complaining about Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and why you should boycott that movie. Because Chris Pratt's a Christian. How dare he be a Christian? But they're talking about the Mario Bros. Toys here. Okay? They look pretty good. Except for Pete's. Pete's looks like he's staring into your soul. But the Mario toys look pretty good. Okay? There's no Bowser yet. But I bet we're getting a Bowser toy as well. Okay? Considering he's the main villain. We could get Donkey Kong as well. But no, we gotta talk about why we don't like Chris Pratt in this. Why Chris Pratt is so awful. Okay. Yeah. Why Chris Pratt is so awful. Of course, Chris Pratt wouldn't be my first choice to voice Mario. But this is just so ridiculous. Okay. Well, yes, I get if you're angry that Saros, the main voice actor for Mario, is not voice acting Mario. Okay. Yeah. But this is so ridiculous. This hate for Chris Pratt is just so ridiculous. You know, also that Garfield movie's coming out next year with Chris Pratt in it. Like, this is gonna be like Hogwarts Legacy all over again. Okay, every time they attack Chris Pratt and hate Chris Pratt, his movies sell better. Same thing with Jurassic World Dominion. People complain about Chris Pratt being in that movie. Same thing with this one. Well, we gotta watch it in French. I think in this country you gotta watch it in English. Maybe there's some cinemas that have it in Spanish. Like by the border. And of course, there's Quebec. But the only way you can want to watch it in French, you have to go to Quebec and St. Pierre. Okay, in North America. Of course, in Spanish, you get to go to any of Latin America. Okay? This is so stupid. Okay? And this is only going to make the movie do better. Okay? That's like Hogwarts Legacy. Anytime these people complain about something, throw tantrums on the internet about something, the thing that they complain about only sells better. Okay? They will complain about how Top Gun was too patriotic. Top Gun broke records. Okay? Hogwarts Legacy is the best-selling game on Steam because they're throwing tantrums over Hogwarts Legacy. Oh yeah, in Hogwarts Legacy, you can play as a trans character. Okay? But the game is supposedly transphobic because J.K. Rowling had involvement in Hogwarts Legacy. Okay? Even though you can make your character trans in Hogwarts Legacy, which makes no sense when you talk about Twitter logic. But here we are with Chris Pratt. Okay, I think Chris Pratt is a pretty fine actor. Okay, I think the fact that I think he is an actor that sells movies because of his hate base. His hate base complain about. Of course, they're not going to complain about every indie movie, but every big movie to complain about, he's in it, makes this movie sell more. Same thing with the Tomorrow War. He was in that movie as well. He was in that TV show, and they were complaining about that. It was on Amazon, and they were throwing tantrums. And that was one of Amazon's best-selling shows in all of history. The show of Chris Pratt, and yeah. And it's absolutely ridiculous that they're still at it with Chris Pratt. They're still, it's funny that the left will always hang on to things. They tell us to move on from things, but they'll always hang on to stuff. They're still talking about Gamergate in 2023. Like, Gamergate happened a decade ago. And it was mostly people complaining about over microtransactions and the Mass Effect 3 ending. But apparently not liking the Mass Effect 3 ending means you're a horrible person, obviously. Okay? Which is completely ridiculous as well. And most of his movies, As we can go by release date, okay, most of his movies sell better because he's in it. Because of these people who complain about Chris Pratt. Yeah, his two movies this year, I think it's Guardians of the Galaxy 3 and the Mario Bros. Movie. And the next year he's gonna be in the Garfield movie as well. And other than that, I don't really know what else he's gonna be in. But a lot of people, way more than Twitter, the people that Twitter loves to pop up, as great actors and great actresses and great directors, like Greta Gerwig, okay, is an example. Okay, see, they'll say, oh my god, Barbie's gonna be the greatest movie because C's directing. Like, who cares? Okay, and most of the movies he actually made have actually been pretty successful. But they were crying and whining that Little Women was not nominated for Best Movie. No, not Best Movie. Best Director. She was not nominated for Best Director. They're still complaining about this year that there was too many male directors. But again, most of the movies directed by female directors were complete garbage. Like, I don't know who won. Oh, I think technically he I think it was one of the Marvel movies was directed by a female director. I could be wrong. One of the big superhero movies was directed by a female director. And then you have stuff like The Woman King, okay? There was a reason The Woman King didn't get any nominations. Because nobody liked The Woman King. Nobody liked that movie. That movie was complete dog shit, okay? But yeah, that's basically what this video here. So they're still talking about how much they hate Chris Pratt. I think it's only going to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3 as well, and the Mario movie do way better because of this complete and utter ridiculousness of hating Chris Pratt. Goodbye.